All right, so here we go. Week 16 and 17. I did 14 and 15 last time of the. I don't want to call it just Eli Manning like evaluations, like the whole passing offense evaluation. So here we are in the Colts game, first quarter, 2nd and 6, and on this play, we're gonna see John Greco at center do a terrible job and let his guy go right by him, and an easy sack, or I think it was a throwaway. Hopefully a throwaway. Yeah, Eli threw that ball away, thank God. But watch John Greco and just how terrible this was at center. I guess there's a reason Greco's not back with the team next year, as far as I know. Right here, I think this guy goes right past him. Yep, and Eli is just dead. So, I mean, as I said, it takes one guy to screw up a whole play, and that was a pretty good example of it right there. It wasn't anything crazy. I mean, they did blitz, but it was just that one guy who got through the middle. Let's see if any receivers would have been open here. You would think, like right here, he would have been open. Maybe here on the outside would have been open. So that's a shame. That's a play that, could have been a nice game, but unfortunately, one guy screws up, and that happens. So, hopefully with Jalapeno back next year, we won't have these issues as much, but that's just an unfortunate event where they could have had a big play right there. All right, so we have a 3rd and 6. Got to convert on the 42. I think it's on our 42. Doesn't really matter either way. Have to convert. The line does a pretty nice job on this play, if I remember. And watch Sterling Shepard, who I believe is right here. Slot on the top. Makes a very nice catch. I think he got hit by the safety as well. Held on to the ball. No, that wasn't it. He was on the outside. Wow, okay. Made a great leaping catch. I don't know how the hell he held on to this ball. Let's watch his route again real quick. So they'll be on top of the screen right here. And Manning does a good job. I mean, forcing the ball downfield. Not forcing it. I mean, he was pretty open. That's open in the NFL. And he does a nice job of putting it in a place where Shepard can go up and get it. And we'll watch what the O-line does here. If I remember correctly, there might be a stunt like right here with these two guys. And then J-Mon picks him up kind of late. But either way, it still worked. Eli did his thing. Yeah, he got him. Yeah, it worked. High throw, got undercut, held onto the ball, perfect play. That's why Shepard makes the big bucks, guys, right there, doing stuff like that. All right, here we go. This is a play where I have to be a little mean to Eli Manning. This is a throw you have to make. Perfect pocket. See, I'm not an expert with throwing mechanics, but what is his back foot doing right here? Watch on the throw. It looked like his back foot was dragging out the wrong way. He wasn't even stepping into it, it looked like. Kind of stepped into it. I don't know what the hell it was. But anyway, the ball was short. Obviously felt incomplete to, I think, Corey Coleman, number 19. Let's watch here again. See, yeah, it looks like his back foot, comes up off the turf. I don't know. It just does not look normal to me at all. That doesn't look like the prime version of Eli Manning to me. And this ball is low, falls incomplete. But, you can't complain about this pocket at all, guys. I mean, there's nothing to complain about here. I mean, this is a clean pocket. Eli's back foot just pushes out for some reason. And I don't know if he slipped on the turf. I really have no idea. Ball fell incomplete. So you can't have that kind of stuff. That's, that's a wasted opportunity right there. That's actually Fowler, my bad, number 18. So that's a play you can't have. You got to convert on those kind of plays. With 2:39 left in the first quarter, a 3rd and 11 on their own 38. I'm going to say this was my favorite Eli Manning play from 2018. Let's watch. I'm sure some of you guys remember this play. And this play actually reminded me of something Eli did in 2014 during Odell's rookie year. Let's just watch the beauty of this. Avoids that guy, steps up perfectly, left it a bit short, but hey, it's a long-ass completion down to the 6-yard line. Let's watch Eli Manning one more time here. So, the Colts are only sending 4. Everyone's accounted for. Right here, I guess this is Solder, lets his guy get through, and Eli does a little sidestep. That's prime Eli Manning right there. That's what I like. Steps to the side. Makes this beautiful throw to Shepard and then get not the first down, but, a giant completion. And This play honestly reminded me of something from 2014, I think it was. I mean, that's just how my mind works. I can't remember anything for school, but for some reason, this play reminds me of a pointless Giants game from 2014. That's just the way my mind works. So let's go to it real quick. All right, here it is. So pretty similar play. It was a 3rd and 11 in the Colts game. This is a 3rd and 10. End of the third quarter against the Rams in St. Louis at the time in 2014. This is when Odell Beckham was, being introduced to the world and was on that crazy stretch of 100-yard games in a row. And it's not the same exact play, but it's kind of similar, right? The way Eli Manning slides over, this time it's to his right instead of his left. But you see here, his eyes are always down the field during this play. Like, this is what drives me crazy about current Eli, is that a lot of times right about here, his eyes will go to this person instead of keeping his eyes upfield and trusting his feet. And he has room to step up here, and that's what prime Eli does, right? Eli Manning in 2014 was a pretty damn good quarterback. Throws, and there's Odell burning every Ram player by 10 yards. And, that's the kind of Eli I love right there. That's what I like to see. This is what we all miss. Need to see more of this next year, hopefully. That's perfect. And if Eli was doing this all year, I would have no problem with him being my quarterback still. So hopefully we see more of this in 2019. All right, this is another play of Eli. I like to see this stuff. And I've shown so many videos to you guys recently during this whole evaluation thing where a receiver, basically the line will break down and Eli's about to get sacked and he knows it. But he has a receiver going over the middle running a drag route, and all he has to do is flick his wrists for a 5-yard completion and see what the receiver does with the ball. He does it right here. I think this was more than 5 yards, though, down the field. This might have been like a 10-yard throw. The offensive line does not hold up well on this play, but Eli does exactly what he's supposed to do right here. So left tackle got beat. There you go. Right over the middle. Dude's wide open. I think this is Fowler. Okay. It's hard with the 18 and 19, guys. I apologize. So let's watch who breaks down here. Let's specifically watch Nate Solder. What happens here? So Solder gets beat to the outside, and Manning has a bit of a, I don't know what I want to call it, like a little flinch, but nonetheless gets the ball right here. And I've showed this play in many situations. He did this in the Titan game as well, where there was a guy running over the middle, and then he did like that half-ass throw to the ground, and they called it a fumble last video, if you guys remember. But this time does exactly what he was supposed to do. Hits his dude right in stride, a little behind, but right in stride, and they pick up like 20 yards out of this play. So that's what you need to do. So your offensive line is not going to be perfect every play, but if you throw to your open receiver running a drag over the middle, I mean, stuff like this could happen. I mean, the Giants have talented receivers. There's a reason they call Golden Tate the Yak King, because his yards after catch is insane. He can make so many people miss. And if this went to Golden Tate, there'd probably be a similar outcome, 20 yards or so. So I like that play by Eli. Got to keep that up next year. Okay, so this is the exact play I was talking about. I went back and found this video. So right here, similar situation, right? Nate Solder gets beat to the outside again. Eli Manning kind of senses the pressure. You could tell by the way he was moving here. This is just a picture. So unfortunately, I wasn't really able to get the full video, but this is a play where Eli Manning just threw the ball into the ground and it was called a fumble. But instead, what he did in the game against the Colts is he threw this ball right here to, I guess this is Shepard crossing over here. And then in the Colts video, Benny Fowler took the ball for 20 yards. What Eli Manning could have done in this video, or this particular play, was throw the ball over the middle here again to Sterling Shepard, and he could have took it for 10 to 20 yards. So we didn't see that in the Titans game, part of the reason they got shut out once again. But Eli Manning made a better decision in the Colts game, and it shows improvement, and it shows a better understanding of the offense and stuff like that. And in Pat Shurmur's offense, there's a lot of drag routes and short stuff. So, I mean, there's always going to be a guy over the middle, it seems like, especially when the linebackers blitz. If both linebackers blitz, or all three linebackers blitz, or all four linebackers blitz, however many linebackers there are, there's usually going to be a receiver running over the middle, and Eli should know that. So, in this case, if Eli just right over the middle, threw this ball to Shepard, would have been a nice game, but unfortunately, this went for a sack, fumble, and the Titans got the ball. So at least he corrected it and did it right the next week, so that was nice to see, but it's a shame they didn't do it the week before. So coming out of the 2-minute warning here, it's 2nd and 13 on the 50. Eli Manning makes a terrific throw here to, I believe, Sterling Shepard on the bottom, probably. Yes, indeed. Soft spot of the zone, finds him for about 20 yards, and it's just a perfectly placed football for a gain of 20. This is a big throw here. I mean, coming out of the 2-minute warning, trying to drive and get 7 points before the half. The line does a pretty nice job. Eli once again did not step into that throw, but it was placed perfectly. I can't really complain about that. But just watch Eli's footwork here. It's not beautiful. He wasn't really stepping into the throw necessarily, but you can't complain about that placement of the ball. It's perfect. Put it in a spot where only Sterling Shepard was going to catch it right in stride, pick up 20 yards out of it. So nice play there by Eli Manning. We have a 1st and 10 on the 33. I think it's on the Colts 33. And another great throw by Eli Manning here that almost went for a touchdown. Seam route to Evan Engram. I think number 53 is Leonard, that really good linebacker for the Colts, that rookie. Forget his first name already. Maybe Darius Leonard or something like that. But Evan Engram doing what Evan Engram does. And once again, not the best footwork, but perfect placement. Can't complain about it. This is what prime Eli did, right? Seam routes. Remember Jake Ballard in 2011, how many catches he had like this, and Jake Ballard really couldn't catch all that well, but they did it anyway. I specifically remember that Patriots game in 2011, not the Super Bowl, during the regular season in Foxborough, when Eli hit Ballard over the middle. It was kind of a similar play like that. But just a nice job by everyone on this play. It looked like the offensive line did a good job. It's a pretty clean pocket. One guy got through, but he was on his knees, so it really doesn't matter. And Evan Engram, unfortunately, fell a yard short. I think Engram fell on like the half-yard line twice this game, so I kind of feel bad for him in that regard. But see, Eli Manning, I missed that. I did a little pump fake to the right. And then, I don't know if that moved the safety or not. It might have. Let's take a look. It kind of did. Yeah, you watch this guy up here on the pump fake. He kind of went for it a little bit. Started running that way and gave him enough room up here to make this throw. Perfect. Nice job there by Eli Manning. So as you all know, I'm a pretty big Pat Shurmur guy, and this play right here was pretty fantastic by our head coach. Executed well by the players, and I want you to watch right here. I think this linebacker here, number 49, I believe, had one of those like, oh shit type of moments. Just watch this dude right here. He realizes his man is behind him, and he goes, oh boy, has to run and catch. I think this is Engram. Yep. Dodges him again, gets out of bounds. This was a nice play, though. I mean, like, just a simple play action to the right here. Most guys are going out to this way. And then you got this one receiver, the tight end. I forget where Engram was. I guess he's on the right side of the line. No, he's probably right here. And then everyone's going this way, and then there's Engram sneaking out the back right here, and no one's covering him, and it's a perfect play design. And it works. I mean, there is no one on this side of the field right here, so it's just a perfect play design by Mr. Pat Shurmur. And I think a lot of you guys give Shurmur too much crap. I really do. I think he'll be fine next year. It's obvious a lot of players didn't pick up on the playbook right away, but I think this year things will be better for the offense, and Gettleman gets his guys, because apparently Odell Beckham was a problem, so we'll see what happens with their receivers this year. But this is a pretty play, and just an easy throw, easy lob, nice catch. Engram in the open field on linebackers is not fair, makes him miss twice, and a nice game for the Giants. So a good play call there by Pat Shurmur. Well, we all remember this play, I think, if you were watching the Giants this late in the season. You know, my ass was. Of course, I'm a fool who watches every game. But this was the game-ending interception where Eli tried to throw a seam route over the middle here to Fowler, I believe, and he had a guy with him stride by stride, so it wasn't the best decision. Yeah, it went right over his head to the safety, so I'm trying to see what else he could have done on this play. I don't want to be like that Monday morning quarterback guy, but like that's kind of what this whole thing is about. So this line here does a really nice job. The Giants had a one timeout left with 31 seconds left. So he didn't need to force this ball, but he felt it was necessary, and there were a lot of guys in that area. So he's going here. And I guess Manning wants to complete this ball in this very tight window over here, right to the back of the Colts helmet. And unfortunately, the throw sails. As we said, Eli Manning does miss high quite a lot. And he had a guy right on him anyway. So I think that's Darius Leonard again. So let's watch from this angle. As I said, I'm pretty sure the offensive line did a nice job on this play. Wasn't looking for Fowler. So let's see. Eli's footwork on this play. Let's see what it is. Back loads. I just feel like he used to step in the throws more. I don't know if this is like the permanent Eli Manning throwing motion in 2018, but like I felt like it was better in the past. But like as you could see, he had a check down here for Ingram. He had one on the right side as well. So he wanted to go for it all. And with 30 seconds left, I mean, you're kind of limited at that point anyway, so like I can't blame him, but it definitely wasn't the smartest throw. And in hindsight, it's kind of good they lost this game because then they would have had like the 9th or 10th pick instead. So hey, I mean, it's all right. If Eli was doing it for the tank, then I fully embrace that, and it's all good. So, but if he was doing this to try to win the football game, which most likely he was, obviously, then this wasn't the smartest throw ever, but it is what it is. We've seen Eli pull this magic before, and it's worked. Unfortunately, on this play, it did not work. So on to Week 17, the Dallas game, and a lot of people who are in the E-Hive and the people that believe Eli could do no wrong, they forget about this play. It was a red zone interception thrown by Eli, obviously, and it was kind of a forced throw. It wasn't the best location, and the timing wasn't that great either, but it's going to be a corner route for Shepard, I believe. And a little underthrown, thrown a little too late, intercepted. So on this, I wish he threw it the ball should have been out of his hands like right now. He should not have been. There has to be a lot of anticipation with this route. I mean, literally right when he breaks, like there, the ball should be out of his hands, but he waits a little bit too long, gives this corner enough time to go back and make the play. Intercepted, and the Giants defense sucked this game, there's no doubt, and a lot of people were mad we lost to the Cowboys Week 17. I was not one of them because I wanted the higher draft pick at that point. Seems to be the logical thinking, but some people are like, how could you ever root for the Cowboys? Like, I wasn't rooting for the Cowboys, I just didn't want us to win the game for draft pick reasons. Anyway, so the throw was just underthrown, timing wasn't great. I kind of just wish at that point he just threw it out of bounds, but I'm trying to think what down this was. It was a 3rd and 4 to go. So, I mean, I'd rather take 3 points than take a turnover, honestly. So, let's watch how the line does on this play. And, I don't mind this play at all, honestly. I just think timing was bad. He had to throw it right when Shepard made that break, and the throw was a little too late. And this corner baited him into the throw. So, it is what it is. So, I do believe that if this throw was made right here, if the ball was out of Eli's hands at this point, then maybe they get this ball into the corner back here before this corner can go back. But it would have taken a perfect throw, but just not what you want to see in the red zone from your offense. Here's a play. It's an unfortunate event where I believe Scott Simonson is left to block DeMarcus Lawrence. DeMarcus Lawrence loves going against Eli Manning, if you guys haven't realized by now. He tweets about it all the time. It's kind of weird at this point, but anyway. So watch the bottom here. I think 82 is Simonson, and Lawrence gets right past him on the outside. This probably was a fumble. I think he caught it anyway, so it's probably a fumble, interception, whatever you want to call it. Cowboys get the ball. There's really not much I can say about this play other than it's just a terrible matchup for the Giants, and Simonson was left to block a very good pass rusher and just couldn't do it. But Eli Manning was about to throw this ball. It looked to the left, it looked like. He was loading up the throws. I'm trying to see who he would have thrown this to. He might have been trying to throw here, maybe, and throw to the corner. Maybe up here, but that would have been a bad idea. I don't think it would have been here. I feel like his body is pointing to the left, so I really don't know. But anyway, I guess anything would have been better than this result. So just an unfortunate event where your tight end is covering a very good pass rusher, and it is what it is, but having a fumble in that situation sucks, and, I just wish it didn't happen, honestly. I mean, that's something they have to do. They have to deal with at the line and say, hey, we have a tight end on a very good outside linebacker or defensive end, whatever the hell he is, and Eli had to know he had to get rid of this ball quick, which he kind of tried to do, but it just wasn't happening, obviously, so that just sucks. There's really nothing you can do about it. It just sucks. So here's an example of why I think a mobile QB, or not a mobile, but an elusive QB and a guy that can make throws on the run in 2019 is very vital to your success, and this is a perfect example right here. So I'm going to pause it. If you watch this play, so Eli Manning right here, the most pressure is coming from the left side here on Nate Solder. So if it was a quarterback that could throw on the run and had pretty good wheels, he would move out to the right here, and this receiver eventually was going to be open on the sideline. It would have been a perfect opportunity for a sideline catch. Let's watch what happens. Eli rushes to throw and throws out of the outstretched arm of Saquon Barkley. But here's my point. Like if they had a quarterback that could throw on the run, like maybe Drew Lock, I don't know, maybe Kyler Murray, I don't know, even Dwayne Haskins could do it. I think either of those guys would have rolled to the right, and eventually this receiver on the bottom probably would have been open, and they could have had a completion there. So it's not definite. I'm just saying it would have been nice, to at least have a shot to make that throw. We know Eli Manning is not the type of guy that's going to roll out of the pocket and make a ton of throws, but like right here, he probably senses like, I have to get rid of this ball. But if it was a quarterback that knows he can outrun a defensive end, then he could have rolled out and bought some time and gave that receiver on top a better chance to make this play. But it is what it is. He's a pocket passer. You just got to live with it. And at least it wasn't an interception, so that's the positive side. So we have a 2nd and 10 on the 25. I believe it's our 25. And I'm pretty sure it is our 25. I'm pretty sure no offensive lineman does a reasonable job on this play. So I really can't yell at Eli for this at all. Just terrible by the offensive line. Yeah. Went for Barkley. He wasn't turning around quick enough, and incomplete pass. So let's see from this angle, because this will tell all. Someone came through over here. I guess it's Nate Solder's guy once again. Let's see what happened. So yeah, his feet were moving the whole time, Eli Manning, and he knew that from the get-go this play was not going to work out too well. Just had a bad feel from the start. Every linebacker, I think, here retreats in coverage, so I think it's only 4 guys rushing, if I saw it correctly. Is it 4? Yeah, it's basically 3. This guy was, I guess, chipped, I don't even know. Yeah, he was chipped by Simonson. So, let's see if in this situation, what could have... So, my argument once again for the mobile quarterback, an elusive quarterback, is that we've seen in college that Dwayne Haskins in these situations can run through this hole and pick up some solid yardage, whether it's 5 or 10 yards. We've seen Drew Lock do it. We've seen Kyler Murray do it, obviously. And in this situation, where they're like, nothing's really open downfield, this pocket has collapsed, I have to get out of it, they would say, hey, let me go through this hole right here and pick up 5 to 10 yards. But that's not what Eli Manning does. He's not that kind of guy, not that kind of quarterback. He's not going to just all of a sudden start running. But that's what I mean. That's a situation where if we had the mobile quarterback, the younger quarterback, that could have been a positive play rather than the incompletion. And I could be nitpicking, yeah, but what I'm saying is valid. There was a hole here. There was. He could have went through it. And it is what it is, Incomplete pass. Could have been worse once again, but that's just a situation where they could have had a big play if Eli was a mobile quarterback. So last video we had a few instances where Sterling Shepard fell, and here's another one. He's on the top here. I'm not sure. I don't think he just fell on this play. I'm pretty sure he was dragged down, and it should have been defensive holding or whatever, but wasn't called. Let's see what happens on top there. He might have just fell, honestly. I really don't know. He was looking for a call, but Eli Manning did everything in his power to try and get out of that pocket and make a play, so I give credit to him for that. But unfortunately, no one was open on this play, so he kind of just had to throw it into the ground, basically. So let's watch from this angle. Let's see what happens on the offensive line. So they are sending a lot of guys here. I think 5, 4. Let me see. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pretty sure Jalen Smith didn't rush. Yeah, he didn't. Eli rolls out, tries to make a play, and thank God it wasn't intercepted, but I'm not sure what happened with Shepard on top of the screen. We'll try to watch one more time. You could be the judge for this one. It's kind of hard to see, but with the sun glare and stuff, but it looked like the corner had his hands up. I really don't think he did anything wrong on that play, and was looking for a flag, and just looked like he flat out fell. So another situation where, as I said, if one guy screws up, sometimes the whole play is gone. So instead of having a comeback route completion for Shepard, he fell, and the Giants have to throw the ball into the ground. So that's another play where it's just bad luck, and that sucks. All right, so I've been bashing Eli for a few plays in a row here, it feels like, but here's a positive, and this is a potential play of the year nominee for Eli Manning. So 3rd and 10 to go on the Cowboys 21, second quarter, 22 seconds left. They got to score. If you don't get a touchdown soon, you got to settle for the field goal. And he makes a perfect throw on the bottom of the screen here to Cody Latimer, right in the bucket between the corner and the safety. We saw him do this in the Redskin game as well to Corey Coleman. This time it's Latimer, does a little bowling celebration, I guess that was. And perfectly dropped in the bucket by Eli Manning right there. So that was a perfect throw. There really wasn't anywhere else he can go with this ball, I feel like. Maybe up here it would have taken a perfect throw. But same here. I mean, this corner right here has great coverage on Latimer, and this safety's over here, so he probably was not going to get here in time anyway. So no one else was really open on this play, and he kind of just had to make this throw, and Latimer brought it in with one hand. I feel like his right arm was being grabbed. He still made the catch anyway. He said, screw it, I don't need two hands. And he made a great catch. So we'll watch from this angle one more time about the protection and stuff like that. So let's see what happens here. And very nice throw. Yep, perfect. So I think Eli pointed to number 55 here as if to say like he's going to blitz, and then the Giants picked it up. So, as I said, I don't speak football, but I'm pretty sure he was pointing out a blitz there, and he was right about it. So nice job there. Perfect throw, and 6 points for the Giants right there. All right, we're in the beginning of the third quarter here, 2nd and 9 it looks like, and right after Eli Manning makes his potential play of the year, he follows it up with a garbage throw like this. And this play could have went for a first down. It wouldn't have been a touchdown, obviously, but it would have been a nice gain for a first down. Another nice play by Shermer on a misdirection. And Eli throws too high and flat out misses him. So I want to see if he caught this in stride, how far he could have gone. So right here he would have caught the ball. Shepard probably would have had the angle to get around here and pick up somewhere around here, which is where the first down was. He would have been close, but Eli overthrew him. That's unfortunate, and you got to make those throws, plain and simple. Let's try to watch his footwork on this play. But once again, a great play called by Pat Shermer. Really nice job. Sent him in motion. I guess that was to see, and once again, trying to speak football. I'm guessing they sent him in motion to see if his man followed him, which he did. You can see him back here. So I guess they knew that Shepard was going to have a man on him, and it was going to take a very precise throw to get this first down. But anyway, they called it. It worked, and Shepard was pretty open on this play, and you see his man sticking with him. But Shepard had, he had room, right? I mean, his man gets caught up with, I guess, Ingram right here, and there's Shepard. So, Eli's about to throw the ball, throws it over the head of the outstretched arms of Sterling Shepard, and that play could have been a first down. So once again, I think that's a great play call by Shermer. It's just not executed by the players, and that sucks, but I like the play call. So for those of you who hate Pat Shermer, stop it, because he's doing a good job. So fourth quarter, 12:48 to go, 3rd and 5 on our own 35. And Eli Manning on this out route right here locates the ball perfectly to Evan Ingram right here. And if you throw perfect out routes like this, you can make a name for yourself in the NFL. And that was a great throw. Evan Ingram with his athleticism, great blocks there, whoever the hell that was on the bottom. Probably Sterling Shepard, knowing the way he blocks. Was that Saquon? Hold up. Yes, it was Saquon. Saquon just took out 2 guys on this play. He takes out this guy, takes out the other guy. And I guess that's Van Der Esch there catching up to him. But this was a great throw, and I hope this angle shows it. Probably will. Let's watch Ingram right here to Eli's right. And it's a great throw. And this guy right here misses the tackle. That creates this big play. Ingram running with the ball like a loaf of bread, which is what Hakeem Nicks used to do, and it used to drive me insane. I remember having a near heart attack in the Super Bowl. It was a play with Hakeem Nicks, and they swung the ball out to him, and he was running with the ball like this, and I was like, if you freaking fumble this ball, I swear to God. But anyway, obviously the Giants went on to win the Super Bowl, but I'm just saying, during the time I was watching it, I was like, why are you running with the ball like that, Hakeem? That makes no sense. But so watch Ingram here once again. good throw, missed tackle, got to take advantage of that. And Saquon Barkley does a terrific job of just basically taking out two guys from this play, and Van Der Esch has to make the play on his own. So nice job there by everybody on that throw. The throw was good, the catch was good, the blocking was good. So nice play there by the Giants. Fourth quarter still, I missed that right there. I think it was a 3rd and 12 to go on our own 24. Need to get the first. And this is why Eli Manning drives me crazy. He does everything on this play perfectly, with moving his feet, keeping his eyes up, stepping into the throw. Why can't you do this consistently, my guy? Like, you still have it in you. Why can't you do this consistently? Look at Eli on this play. He does it perfectly. Why can't you do this every play? Like, you still have it in you. And Latimer, I think, was given the first down on this play. Not positive, but nonetheless, it was a good throw, good catch. And Eli Manning does a terrific job here. I really can't complain. But, like, why can't you do this consistently? Like, we've seen plays that I've reviewed where Eli's just looking at the defensive line and is like, oh, shit, I'm about to get sacked. And then, like, throws off his back foot and makes a bad throw or gets sacked or whatever. And he does this perfectly. Like, why can't we see this consistently? If Eli did this consistently, he would actually still be a pretty good quarterback in the league. But I feel like we see this one out of every, like, 10 throws. Does everything right there. Eyes up. Throws it to Cody Latimer, his big receiver. Boxes his guy out and makes the catch. So that was perfect. I mean, I hope they gave him the first down on this play. I forget. But, man, just a perfect play by their offense. All right, 2nd down and 9 to go, under 7 minutes left. And this is another good play by the Giants offense. Offensive line does a really good job here. Eli Manning steps into the throw. This was a weird route. I mean, this was a very, very deep curl by Sterling Shepard. I feel like this was like, how many yards downfield was this? Like 15 yards down the field he does a curl. I don't know where the ball is at this point. I guess it's somewhere in the air. And hits Sterling Shepard right in the numbers and makes the gain and makes the catch. We'll watch him here one more time. So watch Shepard on this route. Offensive line does a good job. Sits down right there, makes the catch. So we'll watch from the other angle. Who did a good job on the offensive line? I think everybody on the offensive line gets an A for this play. Right, yeah, pretty much. But just a really good throw. I mean, we saw Eli sometimes will underthrow or overthrow that ball, but that was a perfect throw right on the numbers. So nice play right there by Shepard and Eli and the offensive line. So everyone did a good job on that play. So on this play, it didn't go for anything. It was an incomplete pass, but everyone's favorite Giant from last year, Jamon Brown, did a pretty poor job on blocking here. His defender just beat him to the gap, and he just got through and disrupted the whole play. So Jamon's right here. I'll stop it for you guys so you can watch. So Jamon's right here, and he has to slide over to his left and get in front of number 51 here. Does not do a good job of it. Gets by him, and he's right in Eli's face. So could Eli have done something here if he was more athletic and more elusive? Maybe. Maybe he steps to his right here and buys an extra second, but I really don't know who would have been open on this play. So the line has to do a better job on that play, plain and simple. So 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 5 on the 38, on Dallas's 38. And watch here. This is Cody Latimer. Makes a terrific catch, and Eli Manning makes a very nice throw as well. Puts it right where it needs to be. I mean, you couldn't have drawn it up any better. The catch, the location of that ball, and everything. That's why we need Latimer healthy next year. I mean, he is such a big contributor to this team when he's healthy, and that's kind of why I didn't want to re-sign him this year, is because this guy just never stays on the field, unfortunately. But when he's out there, he's a pretty big difference maker for the Giants, and I really hope he can stay healthy. And that was a good throw. I mean, he stepped into it and everything. It's just the inconsistent Eli Manning. Like, why can't you do this every play? Why? Steps into it, perfect throw. I feel like if Eli had these mechanics for every throw, it would be a much... he wouldn't take as much crap from the media and people like me. Like, just, this is perfect stuff right here. The O-line does a pretty nice job. Steps into the throw, and it's perfect, right? Eli can make all the throws, people say. And that's an example of him making all the throws. That was a perfect throw. You can't leave that too short. You can't put that too long. And perfectly right into the one hand of Latimer, who fortunately was able to make that catch. Nice play there by the Giants offense. So I'm not sure what happens on this play. It's just a pretty ugly play in general. Eli Manning had not the best pocket, but it wasn't terrible, and just throws the ball away immediately. I mean, there was 1 minute left in this game with, I think, 2 timeouts left or 1 timeout left. Let's take a look exactly what they had. They had 2 timeouts left, 1 minute to go on the 48, their own 48. So my argument here is, like, why didn't Eli take an opportunity? Like, he still has the pocket here. Like, there's still a pocket. It is collapsing, obviously, but, like, this ball is just being thrown out of bounds. Like, why not wait the extra half a second for this receiver to run a slant and be open right here? Like, at least give it a shot. He just threw the ball out of bounds, which I guess is fine, but, like, they could have had a pass interference or something on that play, and could have had a first. Even on the right, even on the bottom of the screen, the receiver was doing the same thing. I just feel personally that Eli threw this ball too soon. Like, it's just like he sensed pressure and just said, screw it, I'm going to throw this away. Let's go to the next play. But right here, I just feel like there was time. Like, let's see. Engram's about to sit down in his route. Let's see where the receivers are out at this point. So right about here, he's sitting down in his route. So this route really isn't too developed on the bottom. Can't really complain about that. But this guy's already running his route, and he already made his break towards the middle of the field. And Eli's looking in this direction, and I guess he was looking for this receiver here. It looks like Benny Fowler. But my argument is, like, why couldn't you just try to throw this ball into here? I guess it's not too risky because it's man coverage. It's not like you're going to throw it into a zone and a linebacker or anything. Like, this right here is pretty open, this whole area. It's just your receiver in front of the defender, and all you do is throw the ball right at him and hope for a pass interference or a 10-yard catch or something. So I really don't know what happened there. I guess Eli just got scared and threw it away too quickly, but I kind of wish they let that play develop a little bit. They did have 2 timeouts left, so there's no excuse as to why they couldn't throw the ball in the middle of the field. So that's questionable, but it is what it is, and let's move on to the next play. All right, so this is a back shoulder throw. This is actually the last clip I have for this video. It's Sterling Shepard on the bottom of the screen. They put him in motion here. And, like, you watch guys like Aaron Rodgers who does this perfectly. He used to do this with Jordy Nelson all the time, and it was just a work of art. And the Giants right there did not do a work of art. I think this ball was thrown a little too far out of bounds. I guess they just weren't on the same page or whatever. But, this is a play where I wish Eli at least gave Shepard a chance to make this catch. I mean, if you watch from this angle, let's see the offensive line first, how they do. Seems like they did a good job there, and Eli had a clean pocket. But this ball looks like it's really high from this angle and going to go too far out of bounds. I wish Shepard at least had a shot to catch this ball. I don't know if Eli threw it out of bounds on purpose or if it was just an inaccurate throw. But when you watch a quarterback and receiver do the back shoulder throw, it is a work of art and a thing of beauty, and this was not. So they almost got it. If this throw was a little bit lower and Shepard, it looked like he turned around in time. I mean, he did have his head around here, ball still up here. So if this throw was a little bit lower, then maybe. And the corner didn't even have his head turned yet. He's not even locating the ball, so it could have worked. And I wish this ball was thrown in a catchable area, but it is what it is. And as they build more of a rapport, Shepard and Eli, I hope they do at least. Those kind of throws might be happening. And Eli did have some nice back shoulder throws this year, but that was a clutch situation on a 3rd and 10, I think it was, where they really needed it, and that ball would just sail out of bounds, and can't have that kind of stuff. So. It was an incomplete pass. Nothing bad happened, but I just wish they were able to pick up the 10, 15 yards on this play and make it work. But it is what it is, and hopefully they get this corrected next year. So that'll do it. Thanks for watching. I'm sure a lot of you were eager to watch Eli's best games of the season, which were the last 2 games, in most people's opinions. I thought he did a pretty good job, Eli, in these last 2 games. I mean, I could deal with this for a full season. Obviously, he did some things I wasn't a fan of, but, every quarterback's going to do that. So, I do hope we see more of Week 16 and 17 Eli for the whole season next year. I think that the Giants would have much better results. But I'm not too sold. The Giants start out slow every year, it seems like, so I really don't know what to expect. But I really hope that somehow Eli can be rejuvenated and play like his old self. Not even that old, like the 2014, 2015 version of Eli. That would be nice. But as you can see, Eli still has it. You know what I mean? Like, he still makes the throws sometimes, and he still steps into his throws sometimes. It's just not consistent, and sometimes he has terrible footwork, and sometimes he just makes really inaccurate passes. And if he puts it all together and does it consistently, he's still a pretty good quarterback in this league. But based off what we've seen, in my opinion, he's a little below average right now. So I hope he gets it fixed. I'm hoping I'm wrong about Eli Manning. I hope he has a great year next year and throws for 30 touchdowns and 10 interceptions and 4,800 yards. That would be incredible. I'm just not expecting it. So hopefully I'm wrong about the whole thing, but we'll see what happens next year. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll probably do a video similar to this with like Saquon Barkley or something to show how good he was last year and show some of the coaches' film and stuff like that to see the camera angles behind the offensive line and see what he saw and try and get a gauge of how good he actually was last year, because Saquon Barkley is ridiculous and I feel like that'd be a fun video to do. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. But thanks for watching this one if you made it to the end, and I'll talk to you guys next time.